Hey, I'm Doug Giannone, and this is CW11.com, and look who we ran into this morning but Chad Michael Murray. How are you doing, Chad?
I'm doing really well.
Excited about this season on the show. There's a lot more going on this season, but how do you feel? Is this going to be the last season for One Tree Hill?
Oh, God, I don't know. I mean, this show's been so good to us, to all of us, and I think that they'll probably pick up the phone and give us a call for a season 7, but no word yet.
It's a little inkling that maybe that's going to happen.
No word yet.
No. Well, that's kind of interesting. I mean, it keeps you guys really hungry to do the episodes you're doing. You've written an episode this season. Tell us how that happened.
Writing's always been a big passion of mine, and I've been talking to Mark about it for probably about the last 2 seasons. And I said, I've got this great concept. I'd love to take our show and set it back in the 40s and take all the characters and put them in kind of a 40s world setting, but still being the same general people. And basically, it just got to the point where I said, I'm just going to write it, give it a shot, and hand it to him and see what he says. So I wrote it last March. I handed it to Mark, and Mark fell in love with it. So over the next couple months, we just sat there and we found out where we fit it in the storyline for season 6, and we went out and I got to go through the entire process of sitting in the writer's room and just kind of banging around ideas and drinking a lot of coffee and just kind of hanging out with the guys, which was nice.
Writers only drink coffee?
They drink a lot of coffee.
A lot of coffee.
Oh, well, I think we went through like 4 or 5 pots a day. It was incredible.
Wow. Was there a lot of rewriting once you finished it and you actually had to get it to the actors? Did you have to do a lot of rewriting?
No, actually, it wasn't such a difficult process. I mean, the original script structurally was the script that we ended up really shooting, and we just kind of went through and brought a little bit more One Tree Hill into it. It's difficult to take a concept that maybe I've never written an episode for the show before, so to go ahead and write an episode, you really have to kind of give it that flavor that is what our show is.
Sure. Well, you'd like the inside track on that, right? So
right.
That's good. And will you write others, do you think? I mean, obviously not this season, but if you go to a 7th season, would you be interested in writing others?
Absolutely. I was telling myself that I'd do a Christmas Carol version. Get a little Jackson to be Tiny Tim and do like the Ghosts of Rock and Roll Past. That was. But I would probably do a more comedic version this time if I was going to go ahead and write. But instead, in my downtime, I'm just trying to write great ideas for features and things that I'd love to do in the future.
What do you like writing? Because I know you do write.
I love an unhappy ending.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody in my life knows it. They said, "Oh yeah, it's a Chad ending." Yeah.
Really?
Well, I put people on the movies sometimes. That the movies themselves necessarily may not be the greatest of films, but I love the ending so much that I want them to catch the ending. I'd give you examples, but
I was going to say you have one.
An example of a movie. The Mist. I actually enjoyed The Mist. There's a lot of people that said, it was too much for me. I couldn't handle it. Really, my favorite part was the end. Well, it was just a fantastic way to end the film.
And a lot of horror movies do that, where you end and everyone's dead, right? So is that the unhappy ending you're talking about?
You're giving away the movie, but not everyone died just so you know.
No, not in The Mist. You know what I was thinking of?
But yeah, I do. I love those darker endings. I just think that not everything is so sugar-coated in life.
Quarantine. Just the latest one that I saw.
I haven't seen it. I'm actually looking forward to it.
You might enjoy the ending to that one.
Great. It's very 28 Days Later.
Yeah, in fact it is. It's just like a poor man's version of 28 Days Later. Yeah, it's interesting. But now you're also directing, because you're not just going to be held to writing. Is it something that just after 6 years on the show that your curiosity got you into just wanting to do other things besides?
No, I just wanted my DGA contract.
That's it. You wanted to be able to strike with more people. Right?
Right. I just wanted that title triple threat. No, I've worked so closely with our DP and with our camera guys and really with the entire crew, and I spent all my time at Via Village. I'm not really the guy who's running around in craft service and gossiping with everybody. I kind of really love the process, and so I think it was more of a no-brainer for me. And when I sat down and said, "Hey guys, what do you think?" They said, yeah, you know what you're doing, you get it, you understand the technical aspects, you understand the lighting aspects, you understand the time aspects, and the easier portions of it, knowing your shots and what you need to get and editing in your head, they basically just said, yeah, go ahead, let's give it a shot.